Are you coming back to school with me? We could have done it all so easily.
Hello everybody and welcome back. My name is Craig Thompson Wood. I'm your host on Teaching with Board Games. What I'm looking at today is not actually a board game, but I have looked at the Flippity before and shown you how to use like the game show on here and the bingo, and I just thought I would also share this one thing here, the random name picker, because it is such a useful thing that I use quite a bit in my class for a lot of different things, and it has some sort of game elements to it. I mean, you can use it to make teams, to when you are playing games, to if you're trying to pick somebody to go first for something, there's ways to do that. There's just so many things you can do with this random name picker that I felt I really want to show this one to you today. So let's just take a look at the demo first. I'll show you everything that it can do, and then I'll show you how you can make your own. I'll walk you through the instructions. I mean, although the instructions are here and they're very clear, I'll do it anyway because, hey, that's what I do. So looking here at the demo, you've got these lists of these random student names here, and it gives it to you in a spinner form. So I mean, if I just click the spinner, it's going to spin around, and this way I can choose a student at random. They have all the features here along the top, and so I'll show you some of the features. Now other things might pop up down here below as you start going through the things at the top, and I will explain those as we get there. So the next thing we have here is the single name selector. So when you click this, it's just going to take one of the students' names randomly from the class. Instead of doing a spinner, it's just going to give you a name, and then you can just scroll down, and it's going to have the names in a random order. Okay, it'll give it to you in a lineup. So if we have Jack here, and then we know everybody who is below Jack there in order. Okay, so we started with Jessica and work our way down. So Jessica was number 1. So another great thing you can do is if you want, you can put students into groups of 2. So you click on the button here, and it divides your whole class into groupings of 2. Now you see here that Ingrid is all by herself, so you just put Ingrid with somebody else. But maybe you're looking through the thing too, and you're saying, good idea to look at the groupings that you have. And so you see Catherine and Jessica are working together here, and you're like, oh, maybe that's not such a great idea, those two together. So you can always reshuffle the groups. Poor Spencer's still by herself, but now you look and, okay, Jessica's with Dustin, that sounds better, and Catherine's with Gary, that's good. Okay, so that sounds good. Groupings, and then you put Ingrid in somewhere. Now, maybe each of these is a center. So you have like 8 different centers here, and so once you are done, you can just sort of rotate, and so you remember, okay, Catherine and Gary are now at the green center, and so next time they'll work with the, I guess, different shade of green than the blue. So you see Catherine and Gary move across there, and now they'll go to the blue one. And then the same has happened with everybody. So Ingrid's station, would be, I guess, a blank station as people are there. Or what might be better is to put people into groups of 3, and then you have 5 groups of 3 here, and now everybody is in a group. Another way you can do it too, if you can jigsaw the groups. So this way every group is going to take what they've learned from that group. They're going to come back to groups like this. They're going to share their expertise with the larger groups, and listen to the expertise from the other groups, and then come back to their groups and disseminate the information. You can print them, toggle full screen, you show and hide instructions, and maybe a timer on there as well. So you put it into groups of 4, groups of 5, and so there's different ways to configure these. Now, if you're doing a game or something where they were going to be playing on teams, and you don't maybe want to take the time to either construct teams on your own, or you don't want them to construct their own teams, then you can always just click on here, and it'll make the teams for you. So you have teams of 2 teams, 3 teams, make it on 4 teams, 5 teams. You can make a seating chart, and the more, I kind of thought the more thing was kind of neat too. So you can go like to larger groups, more teams, but there's also things here with networking. The gift exchange is kind of cool. So who's buying for who? I thought that was kind of neat. And then they even give you little gift tags here, which I thought was kind of sweet. So that's the thing here. Like I say, it's very useful for a lot of different things, for just quick. A lot of times I want to do something in the class, and I always hated when I was a kid when the teachers would say, okay, go find a partner, because people sometimes didn't want to be my partner, and So if you're always that kid who's being left out and you're consistently left out, it feels terrible. And so in this way, you just say, okay, I'm going to make groups. I'm going to make the groups. Here's the groups. Go. So that way, there's no rushing, fighting. There's no, the best friends always work together and things like that. This is just the way it is. It's just like this. And if you don't like anything in terms of those groupings, you just reshuffle it simply with a click of the mouse. And then, as I say, there's the other things you can do there. So this is, to me, like I say, a wonderful tool, and I hope that this makes them, you can make some use of this. So how do you make your own then? Well, let's go back to here. So when you go to the main Flippity site, you see it's in here, so the random name picker. So it has the demo, which I've been showing you. And now let's have a look at the instructions. So the instructions say you're going to copy the template. Now if we go back here, if you just want to jump straight to it, you can just go to the template because I will have explained it to you. So you're going to, whoop, too far. You're going to make a copy of the template, and then you're going to put in the information you want, which is really just the names. But be sure, do not edit any of the cells with a blue background, and I'll show you what that means in just a second here. So I'm making a copy of this. You make a copy of your own. Okay, so I'm just going to say random name picker template. And I just made up a bunch of random names here. And I'm going to just plug those into here. So now these are the blue fields here that you do not want to touch. You don't touch these. So boom, putting them in there. Now if you wanted to, you could be adding photos in here, but they have to be like JPEGs or things like that. It's explained here how to add photos. So it has the thing here. So you have to have them on the web already. Yeah, you can't upload them from your computer, or they cannot be on your Google Drive. But if they're published somewhere on the web, or Google Drawings or whatever, then you can put them onto here. But they have to be in with these URL endings there. Okay, you've got that, and then you can put the photos in there if you want to, which may work for you for your purposes for your class. But for me, I like to keep it simple. I teach grade 5, so it's I don't need the kids know who they are. All right, so once I've done that, then the next thing I need to do is I need to come up here to the File tab, come down to Publish to the Web, and click the green Publish. Publish? Yes, I do. And it gives me the document. Once I've got that, I'm good to go. Okay, so I'll close that. I'll get the link here, and there's my link. And now I open up, and there's my list of, I put 25 names in there, so you can see it's bigger things. I got my spinner, Asa. If I do groups of 2, you see I'm going to have, oh, maybe I did do 20, an even number. Okay, it was my intention to do 25, but anyway, so groups of 3 or 24, I guess. I did 24 because it's dividing evenly by 3 and 4, and by 2 and 3 and 4, but not by 5. Okay, yeah, so I did 24. All right, so 2 teams, 3 teams, 4 teams. Don't like the teams. Reshuffle. Gift exchange. Seating chart. There you go. So that is the Flippity Random Name Picker. Like I said, it is a super useful tool for so many different things. And I know that I myself make a lot of use of it, so I just thought that it would be something that I'd like to share with you. So if you are new to the channel, then what I'm doing is I'm putting out weekly content about things like gamification, game-based learning, all kinds of different ways that we can improve and enhance our pedagogy, whether you're a teacher, classroom teacher, a homeschooling teacher, or a parent, or a tutor, or whatever you do where you're working with other people and trying to help them to learn. If you're trying to help yourself to learn, then this is the channel for you. I'm looking at all these different ways that we can improve education through the use of games and gamification, game-based learning, and tools like Flippity to help us in that. My whole mantra as a teacher is I teach the way I wish I was taught. I try to make the learning as fun as I can, and I am sharing everything that I am learning with you, the viewer, in hopes that I can be of some help to the educational community as well. If this sounds good to you, please do remember to hit like and subscribe down below. It really does help, and I really do appreciate it. If you have any ideas for any great games or game-based content, online games, or anything like that you might like to see on this channel, please leave me a message in the comment section below. But until next time, I am Craig Thompson Wood, your host on Teaching with Board Games, saying thanks for coming to the classroom.
Are you coming back to school with me?